interest in Hunger Games and those things.
Okay, then if you don't have anything to say, then don't say anything.
I could say a few things.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh, wait, oh.
We're recording.
Already?
12,
Yeah.
13.
Oh, hey.
So we watched Ender's Game.
Yeah.
Came out of that. The weather's weird, but like, what a freak. But Ender's Game.
Ender's Game.
Ender's Game.
This
Yeah.
is no game.
This
It's
is no
It's not a
game.
game. It's not.
Spoiler alert.
No, it was a game, but yet it wasn't a game. Wait, but it's still a game. But not a game.
It's like we're trying to comprehend what we think of the movie, even though we've already discussed this. We all thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
I
as an
actually
adaptation.
liked it a lot.
Yeah, the composition was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the graphics is very good too.
Oh, visually.
There's very great special effects.
Yeah, it was pretty
It was.
hardcore with the special effects.
Yeah.
Like I saw this video where like they talked about how they did the floating, and they wore like green suits and just their faces were
Yeah.
used in the film, and other things were CG.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty much everything but the faces were CG.
Okay.
In those scenes, at least.
On that point, like one of the interesting things about this movie in terms of like the production is like Digital Domain was like the effects house, but they're directly involved with the production of this movie, which I didn't see.
You're gonna keep going.
Which I never seen in like an actual movie, even for like a studio like ILM to like as big, like they don't even get like a major producing credit right at the front of like the studio logos, which I thought was pretty new for a movie. But okay, down to the plot. Ender's Game, based on the novel by Orson Scott Card. However you think of him in terms of like political or social standards, because like he's sort of devout Mormon. But I won't get into that. There's apparently a controversy about boycotting this movie, but honestly, there's not much to really, unless you like, in terms of face value, unless like you take into account of like.
Wait, why boycott this movie?
Because of Orson Scott Card, because he's sort of like an idiot
Okay.
in terms of like his beliefs as a
Just
as a
beliefs, but
Mormon.
yeah, in terms because like he's very anti-gay.
Oh, okay.
He's very openly and very.
I don't know. There were some moments in the story of this movie where there was kind of a brotherly tension. You know,
In terms of like how they talk about the aliens in this movie. Well, hold on. I guess before I get to that part, it's like we'll talk about the premise. Okay, 50 years ago, from wherever this movie starts off at, Earth was invaded by this alien race called the Forkins?
No.
The Forkins or something. Like that.
I don't even know.
the Foremans.
Which are basically
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Morphin time.
honestly like the toy guns they were using in the space station. They basically look like Power Ranger guns.
Yeah.
Okay, but which are designed like zerglings or like giant scorpions.
Yeah.
They invade Earth. They managed to fight them off, but like Earth has basically been on this like defensive stand the entire time. And their idea to prepare for any future invasions is to like train basically 6 to 13-year-olds to be able to command entire intergalactic fleets of mass destruction.
Yep.
Action.
Yeah.
And Ender is one of these like special prodigy childs.
He's the chosen one. Yeah, that's pretty much all.
Honestly, like the first half of this movie is basically like if you just made an entire movie. Basically, this entire first half of this movie is basically if you made it all about Quidditch from Harry Potter.
Quidditch, yes.
Which granted, like these those scenes are very impressive in terms of like seeing like these characters. He's basically Ender and like his schoolyard friends. Basically, like face a problem and like think about like in terms of how to strategize against it.
Yeah, and like they don't really show Ender as like a total wimp or anything. You know?
He's not. He can actually.
He's not. Even though he's skinny and everything and scrawny, he can still stand up and beat up people.
And the guy's real name and like the actor.
Yeah.
And the actor's name is Aja Butterfield. I cannot like. How can you take a man seriously like that?
Awesome.
You can like start a cookie company.
Aja Butterfield, you're Mr. Butterfield. You're the savior.
Butterfield's butter cookies.
Hey, speaking of characters, like Harrison Ford in this movie, I felt like he was
good in it.
he wasn't he was not too bad.
Not
Like,
too shabby.
he played like he plays at the stereotypical gruff military commander.
Yeah.
Who always wants like who puts means the end justify the means mentality.
Yep.
But you can also see like the compassionate human side. Or, like he respects that, but he knows like the results of like survival or what matter in this war.
Yeah, but you can also kind of see him playing the teacher's pet kind of role with Ender, So some people might kind of like take it off as that, but it's.
This movie is like, well, it gets like the whole like school, like, because it's like it goes from like battle school, command school, super secret training academy school.
All under how many days? I'll assume 2 months. I'll assume 2 months.
The original, like in the book, I read this up. Like the movie, like it's from the book. It's like it starts at Ender at 6, and it goes throughout until he's 13. In the movie, he starts out as 13, and it's just progressed from that point on.
Yeah.
I guess that leads up to one of my problems with the movies. Like this, in terms of structure and pacing, it's really like very directionless for most of the movie. At least half of it, if not more.
Yeah, the jump seems too abrupt. Like it seems like you could have spent more time.
He goes straight from Earth Academy to Space Academy within like the first 10 minutes, if not less.
And there's lots of different leagues of the Ender's game. There's like the Salamander one,
No, we're getting in too deep there. But
he goes through all like the high school stuff very quickly.
Yeah,
it's basically like if
like they even have their own kind of cliques going on, and like class structure. I guess you.
It's basically if you took Duel Academy from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX,
Duel Academy,
and put it on the space a much more elaborate space station like in Xenon, the Girl of the 21st Century.
Oh.
Just basically make it bigger and have like this weird orb thing attached to at the end.
Yeah. I smell something smoky. Do you guys smell something?
I smell
smoky?
barbecue.
Barbecue.
Yeah, you guys drink that.
Yeah, you can have some if you want. Yeah, go for it. It's lemonade. Yeah. So overall, I'd have to say Ender's Game. It's a dark horse movie in my opinion because we didn't really have. I bet a lot of people didn't really have expectations for this.
Honestly, the trailers are very bland. This movie, and the trailers made it seem very clinical and very sort of generic, and some of that does carry over into this movie.
Yeah.
I was afraid from the trailers. I was afraid Asa Butterfield was going to be very bland and very emotionless, which I granted he was supposed to be for a bit. But here he shows like he's meant to be emotionless, but he shows moments of empathy.
Oh yeah, that's true. Like in the beginning, he's like naturally isolated, I guess, and he Harrison Ford's character is like, he needs to stay that way in order to grow to be a better commander.
He can't break from that isolation.
Yeah, but in the end, he becomes one with the people and with the other species.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on in this movie that involve. Lots of depth and complexity.
There's actually they develop like a very good anti-bullying message in this movie, which for its intended audience is really well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of have to remember it's a kids movie. Like, what was it rated? Was it?
It's PG-13, I think.
PG-13?
I think so.
What? There was no.
There
blood.
was genocide.
Genocide.
Oh, but it was.
I will guess PG.
It was PG-13. So.
Oh wow. Okay.
Which is with the.
Because we saw a rated R trailer in the movie.
It was about. Well, that was for romantic. That was like.
It was a romantic drama.
It was for
rom-com drama.
It was for About Time. We've talked about it before.
Yeah.
But it's mostly just for language and like a few risque scenes.
Teleportation stuff.
Nothing too
teleportation, time travel.
Oh, you're right.
It's kind of random, but okay.
I'll review just to get out there. I'll review About Time solo by myself this weekend. So keep an eye out for that vlog. Guess we can in terms of let's talk about the side characters in this movie because which include Harrison Ford as Commander Gruff. Oh, Graf.
Graf. Oh, yeah. Graf.
Viola Davis is. What was? I'll just call her Viola Davis.
Psychologist.
I'll just call her Viola Davis because she plays like that same kind of like sort of sympathetic, motherly type character in like all of her movies.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Since
Yeah.
at least since The Help.
What a shocker.
And then who was the overly attached kind of chick who is not really Ender's girlfriend, but is almost as if
It's
they
like, here's
keep on shipping each
I want to
other.
go with you. No, you can't. But I love you, girl. I just hang out with you a lot. I don't know what you. I don't know what you.
I was surprised how quickly she decided not to follow him. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay then. I guess you
okay.
don't care that much.
It's the end of the movie.
Here, let me show you a few moves.
It's like basically okay. So she's this girl from like this another group. That's another clique of students, of training students, and they're basically like, hey, let me like you're the newbie. Let me help you out a little. Let's practice in free time and like free fall.
Yeah.
And doing the whole thing is like, let me help you aim. It's like, girl, I think we got this backwards.
No, just a little
No. It can work both ways. In all honesty, it can work both ways.
She just seems so eager to help him out. Like she doesn't even know him.
So impersonal. This woman needs to know her place.
Well, everyone else is like of a different ethnicity, and you seem like the only white guy. So, okay. Yeah, I love they have the stereotypical like jerkish. They have like two different like jerk characters. They have Rico from Hannah Montana as like the tough guy. It's funny because he's always shorter. He's like in every shot he's short. He's obviously shorter than Ender.
Yeah.
But like they always have the angle where he's like this is more versus Arius and this is Ender, so they always have the angle like this.
Yeah, he's got little man syndrome. Little man syndrome.
And he's always like has his hands around his neck. It's like, listen here, you like snot. You listen to my rules. Practice on you practice in your free time based on my conditions.
Fuck you, that's my free time, nigga. Yeah, anyway, yeah.
And then they have like the weird bully in the beginning, but who very quickly becomes outcast, but I guess they just take him in as a friend, just because.
Hey, and then Commander Graf was like, "Hey, you beat up that bully. Yeah,
good job.
Yeah, good on you. We want you. We need you to beat up more bullies. Yeah.
As long as you don't put them in a concussion. Well, as long as you're okay with that, then okay. Just be careful.
It's okay.
Direct that anger towards like the aliens we think.
Yeah, killing off an entire like civilization is no big deal compared to this, you know. I just spoiled it.
Oh.
Well, I'm sure.
Fuck.
It's okay.
Okay, but still watch the movie.
Well, okay, we're 10 minutes in, so like we've been in mostly without spoilers.
Yeah. The character development is good. The composition of the story is overall pretty nice, with a few parts like
mostly
lacking.
the first half.
Yeah.
First half of the movie is it's like basically 10 minutes. You get him on the space station, and just basically you see these action sequences where they're in free fall.
Yeah.
Free fall and just shooting guns.
There were some cliche parts, but then even though there were some parts that were supposed to feel cliche, they didn't feel cliche at all.
I think it worked because of the school environment, because of the town.
Yes.
Because I heard criticisms about the Zero-G action sequences, because it's an action sequence, they're training, they show the guns they shoot, they don't hurt them, they just freeze them into place. A side note, that the way they show that is very disturbing, because yeah, you shot let's shoot our knees together.
Let's shoot each other.
Come on. Yeah. My knee is frozen. Shoot me in the chest. I can't move. Yay!
And then I felt like Graf was gonna be like, "Hey, you lost. Get out of here, you loser."
Man, let's show them how they do the scene. Hey, look at these guns. Let's shoot me in the knee. Okay.
Yeah,
wow.
But okay,
these are my special effects, okay? I don't know. I just stepped on one of my glow sticks. I use these for Wotage. Okay, okay. Don't. Ugh.
Okay, back to my top, because like I heard complaints about like the zero G sequences. They basically they shouldn't matter because like they're not gonna get hurt at all, and plus like, and at the end like none of this training matters. They don't do any of these stunts in real life.
That's true.
But like I think that it's like it goes like since
No,
we're
it ties in more to the composition of the army,
Yeah.
you know, and how one should lead the troops and
Yeah.
everything, and like, you know, go out.
well, yeah,
and battle.
because like I guess the students could be like they're like the drones. Of
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
that's how like, yeah,
And Ender's Game got a 64%.
64?
64% on
64
where?
or 70. Because I
64.
64% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I got a 73 on mine.
Ah,
That's weird. Either way, it's passing.
nevertheless, just watch it.
it's pretty good.
Just watch it. It's pretty good.
I
I think that's all we
Some-
can say, really.
I think it applies well to like the school theme. It's like they take they take the failures very seriously. So like from the kids' perspective, they take like how they fail these like little like training matches seriously when they hurt each other.
Yeah.
It means a lot to them, and I like how that anti-violence message Ender deals with a lot.
Yeah, it's nothing like any of those book adaptations that movie book adaptations like Bridge to Terabithia or Tuck Everlasting. It feels I
In the
feel
book,
like
from here, like I've heard like here it's toned down a lot, but I don't see that. This is they imply like the whole like he is like this like prodigy of like war tactics, but he obviously doesn't like actually killing anyone
Yeah.
or hurting anyone.
yeah, although I haven't read the book, but I don't necessarily have that feeling of a novel coming from this movie. It doesn't feel like it's been it's like been written by an actual novelist, you know. It actually feels like a movie. So
Okay, this was directed and written by Gavin Hood, who is most infamous right now for doing X-Men Origins Wolverine. So he bounced back pretty well in this
Yeah.
effort.
yeah.
Except, like, okay, I think like I'm on the contrary about your whole novelization, like, because like again everything in this movie feels kind of rushed. Because like a lot of the side
Oh
characters,
yeah. I can't.
they're played by fairly big actors, but they don't have enough screen time per
I
se.
figure
Well, I think it's
the alien's name.
It's
I have
Formix.
the Formix.
Okay.
Okay.
I had to switch that O and the R.
I like the Foremans.
Foreman. George Foreman.
Just giant grill ships. Just grill. That's how they destroy Earth. Just like grill everything, grill the entire atmosphere.
Yeah, so we
like
may
Valor-
disagree at that the book
like,
adaptation thing.
The character that like I was like Petra. I kept hearing PETA, but that's because like we had the Hunger Games trailer before that.
Man.
But like honestly, like she's not in the movie that much, and she doesn't have much in terms of range. She could have been played by any other actress besides Haley Seinfeld. Though she does a fine job, but there's not much really to like make her stand out,
Yeah, they didn't give too much depth to her character, I think.
as well as all the other.
She
like
didn't show up
friends.
too much, like maybe in the first 10-15 minutes.
I felt like
She had like 15-20 minutes.
you can't tackle like every single character anyway, and I felt like they tackled the right ones, you know.
They had like his group of like weird ethnic friends. He's like, here's the black one, here's the Indian one, here's the white guy,
Yeah,
it was pretty.
here's the pudgy white guy.
yeah. You in this movie, you can't, like I said, you can't attack every single like thing that involves the book, you know. So,
But like,
but still, I felt like they made the right choices, I guess. Overall,
they condensed the story right. They still kept a lot of the themes of the book in, while like still leaving room for like further development or interpretation, however you choose to do that.
Yeah.
Had a lot of good action sequences in terms of like visual effects and choreography.
Yeah. Not too shabby.
It was very much like one of the earlier Harry Potters, I think. You know, well, I think this one's a lot better paced.
I think that we should save that for another day
Okay.
because we're about to hit our 20-minute mark.
Okay, well, first of all, no end credit thing. No end credit thing.
No end credits.
It ends on a kind of a cliffhanger for sequels to the other 3 books. So it's kind of like probably prepare for a little bit of a letdown in terms of a narrative.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really immersive. I think most people will enjoy it, especially younger audience maybe. I don't know.
PG-13 though, so
It's
get your
weird.
parents.
It's confusing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cliche, but it's funny.
All right.
Okay, we have one trailer to talk about mostly because that was the only one most of us haven't really seen, and because it's so stupid. It's called I Frankenstein.
No, this isn't what you're thinking of. No, this isn't iRobot kind of shit going on. Actually, maybe it is iRobot shit going on.
Well, it's basically Underworld with a reskinned Underworld movie.
Yes.
It has Bill Nye in it again, so it's basically the same thing. Okay.
Actually, it is under iRobot, right? Because in iRobot, it was where I'm kind of a monster kind of thing going on.
I don't even know why this movie's called I Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Because okay, so the premise is okay. I guess in sort of modern day, Frankenstein's monster, played by Aaron Eckhart, though he's just referred to as Frankenstein because fuck it.
Everyone knows the monster himself as Frankenstein, even though he's just Frankenstein's monster. But whatever.
I don't know. And he's basically thrown into this secret war of mythological creatures, and we have to stop the end of the world, and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, it's just.
And the question of humanity. Whether you should save the humans even though you're a monster or whatever shit going on. Yeah.
God will damn you. God already has.
God already.
But it has Yvonne Strahovski from Chuck, so I have to watch it because I love Chuck so much.
Yeah.
4. Don't forget 4.
Thor: Dark World. That comes out in 2 weeks.
It comes out next week.
Next week.
Yeah, the 8th.
Hey, guess what we're reviewing, guys?
It's on Thursday, but
Thursday?
But Thursday for us is Friday, so.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, I guess that's it for us, really.
I like it. We like it.
We all liked Ender's Game, and if you like this video, do so. Press that button.
It says press
You
the
know.
button there, maybe type something in that box below.
Yeah, and connect with us. We want to hear your opinion.
And check out for my review of About Time coming this weekend.
Yep. All right. This has been Media Misfits.
Signing off.
Bye bye.